An 89X sports presentation.
Tyler makes one-man miss, takes the step back, three, knocks it down. Trayvon Tyler ties the ball game here with 7 seconds remaining. 78 all. Double teaming now to Trayvon Tyler as he gets it right back, up and under move, and gets it to go. Wow. Right there. That is now the 1,000th point in his career. The Lynx pull out the win on the road, 77-74 here in this one. And boy, was that a show here in Davenport, Iowa. We got OD, baby, in Indiana Northwest. Give and go with Johnson to Powell yet again, and he's going to slam it home one more time. And once again, Julian Powell, basically a dunk fest here in this one.
Lincoln College basketball on 89X is made possible by Grau Chevrolet Buick, ME Realty, and by the State Bank of Lincoln.
Hi, and welcome to Columbia College as we get set to go here for the nightcap in game number 2 here at Columbia. We had a high school game before us, but we are set to go for some Lynx basketball in just about 5.5 minutes or so. I'm Nick Jackson bringing it to you live here from Columbia, Missouri. Again, your Lynx coming in 7-11 on the season after a big 1-point victory back in the Jack D. Nutt Arena on Saturday night against Trinity International University. They won 72-71 in that contest. Trayvon Tyler led the way with 21 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals in that category. It's an interesting game, though, for Trayvon. He pretty much shot only threes, along with the entire team here as well. Again, taking on Columbia College. They come in 8-7 on the night. Junior had 16 points in that ball game. Maris actually had 12 coming off the bench in that first half alone, but then didn't see the court in the second half as well. We'll see what Coach Lip has to draw up here against Columbia College tonight as well. And then Tyrone Wright, not a really a good big game from our bigs. Down low, Wright led the way, 7 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist on 3 of 4 shooting that night. I know Romine only had about 5 points and 2 boards. Going to have to see him step up again here tonight as well. Again, 4.5 minutes still left to go before we get set to go in this half. But like I said, that team, the Lynx played good enough to win in that ball game. I've never seen a game like that in my entire career in my 5 years here at Lincoln College. It was all threes. I mean, it seemed like every shot that was being taken was either a 3 or a mid-range jumper. Nobody really drove to the basket for the Lynx, which is unusual for some of these guys that we have on our team, such as Tyler, Porter, even Junior as well from time to time, Martin. I know he didn't see a lot of minutes, but it's the same thing as well. You'd like to see those guys get to the rack just a little bit more instead of settling for some jump shots. But we took 38 threes, made 17 of them. Good for 44% from the field, and we still only won by 1. That's because Trinity International made the same amount. They shot 17 for 37 from behind the arc. So it should be interesting to see how this Lynx team fares here tonight as well on the road. It seems like all we do is be on the road. It's that we had a good team dinner right before this game started. We stopped at Olive Garden, had some pasta, got to know each other a little bit more if we didn't already. Had to sit real close. And once again, it seems like we're ready to go. Speaking of Columbia College, though, however, they, like I mentioned, a big win for them against Lindenwood Belleville, 83-38. Yes, 83-38 in that ball game. Everybody had a lot of big minutes coming out of halftime, and it should be interesting to see how this Columbia College team fares against a real opponent, I would have to say, because, like I said, not saying Lindenwood Belleville is a bad team by all means, but like I said, they struggle a little bit. We've seen them before where we played Lindenwood Belleville, and they've shot 1 of 10 from behind the arc, and we still ran away with it. So not a true test for Columbia College. This will be the first real test of the second semester for Columbia to see how they fare against our Lynx here tonight. But like I said, leading the way for them is Shaw. He had 10 points, 9 rebounds in that ball game, along with Benabid as well. He had 11 and 13 on the night. So it should be interesting to see, like I mentioned, a lot of minutes for that Columbia team against Lindenwood Belleville just on Saturday afternoon. So see how they fare against this Lynx squad where they have a little bit more of a competition, and they're going to have some guard-for-guard plays, because it should be interesting to see how this Lynx team fares, because like I said, we only have 3 returning from that game last season here in Columbia, Missouri. However, though, for Columbia, they have 5 returners that saw us last year. They know what we're capable of, and we'll get to more to that game, like I mentioned, throughout the broadcast as the Lynx did win the first meeting against these two schools, 88-79, but I have a feeling this is two completely different teams, and it's going to be a completely different ball game. Both teams actually come in not averaging over 80 points a game, so I don't see any of us getting to that 80-point mark in that one. It'll be close unless the Lynx and this Columbia team shoot the lights out. But for scoring-wise, 78 points per game for the scoring-wise, 75 for Columbia. Both teams shooting 44% from the field. The Lynx have an edge from behind the arc, 36 to 34%. From the free throw line, awfully close as well, 70%, 64%. Rebounding category, 38 to 33. The assists off by 1, 14-13. Turnovers once again off by 1, 13-14. The Lynx do have a little bit of an advantage in the steals department. The Lynx averaging 9 steals a game, just to 6 for Columbia. But the blocks down low, that's where Columbia has a big advantage. Almost 5 blocks, averaging 5 blocks a game. Lynx just 1.8. And looking at some of the keys to this game here real quick, as 3 factors in this, I have create space on some shots. This is, like I mentioned, Columbia comes in 4th in total blocks. They have 73. They had 5 in their last game. So Lynx going to have to create some space on their shots if they want to get them up in time. And obviously get to the line. Lynx only had 1 for 3 from the line in that game against Trinity International. I want to see them get to the line more, put that team in some foul trouble, and we'll see what happens here tonight. And last but not least, guard the arc. Like I mentioned, this Columbia team comes in ranked 21st in the country in three-pointers made as a team. They make 143 of them. And like I said, we gave up 17 of them in our last ball game. So I'd like to see us guard the arc a little bit better in this one. As we take a quick break, we will be right back with this national anthem and starting lineups right after this.
Discover why Lincoln College is growing. Lincoln College offers a private education at a public university cost in a diverse, welcoming environment. Students enjoy personalized attention in the classroom as well as plenty of clubs and organizations to round out the college experience. With bachelor and associate degree options, generous scholarships, and now 4-year intercollegiate athletics, it's no wonder why students are choosing Lincoln College. LincolnCollege.edu.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is 89X WLNX Lincoln, a Lincoln College station.
Hey.
Hi, nice neighborhood. You must have a strong community association board.
I don't pay any attention to that stuff.
How do you know the board and community manager are making the right decisions?
I don't, but what can I do?
Connect with CAI.
CA what?
CAI, Community Associations Institute. They're a nonprofit group with free resources for your board, training for community managers, and information for homeowners.
Protect your investment at responsiblecommunities.com.
Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri here as we're getting set for the start of this ball game. And as promised, let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Lynx on the scoreboard. A little change here for Coach Lepp, as it will be number 1, the 5'10 senior guard out of Cahokia. Not too far from that as well. Number 1, Montez Crumble. Followed by the former freshman player of the year. He'll wear number 2, the senior guard as well, out of Rockford, Trayvon Tyler. Followed by the big man down low, another senior transfer. He'll wear number 5 out of Mahomet, Illinois. It'll be Christian Romine, followed by your sharpshooter here, a junior, and also a junior in the family as well. He's a guard out of Chicago. He'll wear number 12, Darnell Latham Jr., and then Tyrone Wright. He'll wear number 25, the junior out of St. Louis, Missouri, rounding it out here for your Lynx on the road tonight. Trying to look for win number 8 on the season, and for the Cougars of Columbia College, it will be the junior forward out of Germany. He'll wear number 1, Jack Frickshey, followed by number 11, another guard, junior guard out of Spain. It will be number 11, Jorge Beno. Followed by number 12, a senior out of Jackson, Missouri. It will be Brandon Wendell. Followed by their best player. He wears number 24, averaging a close to 15 or so points a game out of Memphis, Tennessee. It will be Justin Shaw. And then rounding out the 5 position, the senior out of France will be number 34, Theobald Benabid. And we are set to go as your Lynx are coached by Pat Lepper and the new coach here for Columbia College in his first season, Thomas Brock, getting the start. Again, it was a long-time assistant coach here for the Cougars instead. Now gets the start here and making his first head coaching debut. Lynx are in your road black uniforms, Columbia in the home whites. We are getting set to go here, your Lynx versus the Cougars. Tip-off just moments away here in this one. But like I said, one key thing to watch out for, I have my players to watch in this ballgame. For the Lynx, I actually went with Christian Romine in this one. I think he's going to have a bounce-back game. I think he also needs to have a good game for this Lynx squad down low and kind of make his presence felt inside. The Lynx want to have a chance in this one. And for Columbia, I have number 12. I went with Wendell. He's a 60% shooter from the field, also a 42% shooter from the three-point line. He was 4 for 4 in his last game. We'll see if the Lynx can stop him on the perimeter. They do win the tip, though, however, and the Lynx will have the first possession. Romine down low, going quickly, working right side lane, has it lost out of bounds as he was working on Benabid down low, and it's a turnover by this Lynx squad going the other way. And basketball kind of went down the hallway a little bit, so we had to go chase it. But we are set to go now. The Cougars will have their first possession here of the first half. Went on now with it. The Frichet to Shaw. Shaw guarded by Tyler. Again, you knew Tyler was going to start on Shaw at least 4 now. Juno now trying to work it over to Wendell. He's with it at the top of the key, trying to drive in. Left side lane, sees an opening, goes right to the rack. As a good Euro step gets him back towards the right side lane, and he'll lay it up and in. Wendell on the board first here for the Cougars. It's 2-0. See if the Lynx have an answer. Junior now with it, trying to drive in, left side lane, instead backs it out. Junior now back to near the top of the key for right to Crumble. Crumble trying to work down his man, right side lane, driving in, kicks it back out to the right side corner for Junior. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Junior's going to take a step back 3 from the right side corner. No good, off the back of the iron and out. But we have a foul going against the Lynx. It looked like an over and back there on Tyrone Wright. And that will be his first, team's first here in the half as well. So not a good start there for the Lynx, as 0 for 2 so far in the first couple possessions. Shaw now with it at the top of the key, trying to drive in, right side lane, but good defense there by Tyler. Makes him pick up his dribble. Here come the Cougars now back to the way. A little floater there by Frichet. No good. Pulled down by Tyler. Lynx pushing the pace here quickly. Crumble now with it, trying to drive in, right side lane, sees an opening and puts it high off the glass and in. Montez Crumble gets the Lynx on the board, and it's now tied 2-2. Cougars now bringing it back up the floor. Now with it over to Shaw. Shaw with it on the right wing, finding Wendell, who was coming around a screen. Now back to Shaw with it. Down low on the right side lane for Benabin. To the top of the key, and Wendell swinging around the perimeter. Left wide open in the corner for 3 for the Cougars was Frichet, and he knocks it down. 5-2 now the score in favor of the Cougars. As Trayvon Tyler and this Lynx team looking to come back on the other end. Trying to feed Romine down low. Caught his man trying to help a little bit too much, and Romine had a perfect opportunity towards the lane as he was fouled going up for that shot, as he will go to the line. That goes on Frichet, as Romine did exactly what we wanted him to do, make his presence felt down low, but he cannot hit the first free throw, though, however. And Romine, mentioned, hasn't played in quite a bit since February 25th, 2016. So these first couple games are going to be a little shaky for Romine here down the stretch, but I'm sure he'll start to find his feet soon, as the Lynx are going to need it. He does make the second one, though. It's now 5-3. Here come the Cougars now back the other way with it. Wendell with it on the left wing. He's guarded by Junior. Swinging around the perimeter now. Shaw with it. He'll take a jumper from the three-point line, and it will be not counted as we have an illegal screen going against, I believe, Benabid. So that'll be his first, team's second here in the half. As it's still 5-3 lead for the Cougars. The Lynx coming back the other way with the basketball. Crumble now with it at the top of the key. Bounce pass one, down low to the right elbow in Romine. Back to Crumble on the left wing to Tyler now with it. He'll hand it off. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Wants a screen. Instead, Wright backs away. Tyler now trying to dribble his way around his man as he takes a step-back jumper. No good. Off the rim and pulled down once again by the Cougars. Buno now with it, trying to drive, going coast to coast. Picks up his dribble, though, inside the paint. Back out to Wendell, top of the key, and Frichet now to Shaw. Shaw with it on the right wing now. Back to Frichet. He's trying to drive baseline, give and go with Benabid down low. But Romine right there, turn around, left-hand hook, and that one falls. Good touch there from the big fella, and it's now 7-3. 3 minutes have gone by here in the first half as we still have 17 minutes left to go. Right with it now at the top of the key for the Lynx. Looking for Tyler and trying to hand it off. Instead, he could not. Shaw with a good defense there. Now that one lost out of bounds by Romine, and we're going the other way as Wright trying to bounce past one down low to Romine. Didn't like it, couldn't handle it, and it's another turnover by the Lynx. 7-3 our score here with 16:45 left to go in this first half. Shaw trying to get down low to Benabid. Down low, working on Romine. He spins baseline, goes right at Romine. Cannot get that one to go short. Pulled down by Tyler. 7-3 now to score. Tyler with it at the top of the key. Thought about a step back three. Instead goes to Crumble. One more pass to the right side corner in right. Now back to Crumble. To the top of the key in Junior. Still 19 seconds on the shot clock, though, however. Junior trying to feed Romine from the left elbow. Fakes the handoff. As he's got it right there, had Wright down low, didn't see him though. Tyler with it on the top of the key, trying to drive in, right side lane. Here comes Benabid as the double team. Kicks it out to Wright. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Wright trying to drive in. Now that one goes to Crumble. Crumble going to from the volleyball line, has to throw up on 3, and it is answered right there. Good prayer shot from Montez Crumble. Why not me? As it was kind of a bad pass there from Wright from Romine trying to feed back out to Wright. It somehow found Crumble, and it manages to go in. Lynx down by just 1. 7-6 now our score, as that one no good. Taken from the corner by the Cougars. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll go to the Lynx, as that one was off of the Cougars. 7-6 still the scores. Latewan Porter checks in to get his first action of the ball game. Takes out Tyrone Wright. Now Tyler with it. Spread. Tyler over to Crumble with it on the right wing. Crumble now to Porter. Porter trying to drive baseline. Instead goes back out to the top of the key, and Junior. Junior's going to pull up from downtown, and yes, Darnell Latham Jr. from the top of the key gets things started here for the Lynx and for himself. It's now a 9-7 lead in favor of your Lynx. But you know this Cougars team will have an answer as Desmond Funches checked in as well, along with Bell Jr., along with Minnemeyer, who takes a 3 from the top of the key. He had a big game the other night. He had 13 points, 5 rebounds in that win against Lindenwood Belleville. He can't hit the 3, though, however, and the Lynx have the basketball. Tyler with it to the corner now in Porter. To across the court pass to Junior, but Junior was not paying attention as he throws it right to the Cougar bench. And it's another turnover by this Lynx squad, and it's going the opposite direction. That's really about the only problem there for this Lynx squad is they're going to have to limit the turnovers as much as they can. But they've had some good possessions, just a couple bad passes. They're going to have to clean that up here a little bit in the next 10 minutes. Wendell now with it at the top of the key, gets a screen, trying to drive in. Right side lane, goes right to the rack and puts up the floater up and in over Romine and Porter, and it was a good shot. We're tied at 9. 14:34 left to go. Tyler over to Junior. He's got it on the left wing, trying to bounce past one down low to Porter, and he's fouled there by Fritzie. Fritzie is what they're actually going with here, but that's his second. Team's third here in the half, as he will take a seat as Washer comes in for Columbia. Tyler trying to inbound underneath their own basket. He throws it in to the top of the key in Junior. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Junior looking for a screen from Romine. Gets one, goes to the right of it. Trying to take a jumper, but it's blocked, though, by Minnemeyer. Gets his own miss, and then that one, as he was fouled. Junior was fouled by Minnemeyer, but some little pushing and shoving there going on at the end after the whistle was blown, really more so on Minnemeyer and Latham Jr., so we'll see how that one shakes out here throughout the time. It was not in the act of shooting, so it'll stay on the floor as the Lynx will inbound underneath their own basket. And team's fourth, as like I mentioned, Adam Minnemeyer, the senior, picks up the dribbles. They inbound it to Romine. Turn around, left-hand hook. No good. Could not get that one to go as Minnemeyer pulls down the board. Here come the Cougars now back the other way quickly. Funches now with it. To the top of the key, and Minnemeyer thought about a three. Instead drives left side lane, kicks it back out. Now to Funches with the three from the right wing. No good. Crummel races for the long rebound for the Lynx. Outlets now to Tyler. Still tied at 9 under 14 minutes still to go in this first half. Tyler thought about a step back. Instead, hands it to Romine. Back to Tyler. Catch and shoot from the right side corner. No good. Fading away was Tyler. Could not get that one to fall. And it's pulled down by the Cougars. Now, Funches with it at the top of the key. Swinging around from Minnemeyer. Back over now to Bell Jr. as he'll take a three, no good. Pulled down by Jr. Jr. looked to be fouled instead, no call. Jr. on the right wing, now over to Tyler with it. He'll drive baseline, thought about it, instead takes a step back, now to Romine inside the paint. Working on Minnemeyer, turn around right hand hook, no, too strong off the glass, and pulled down by the Cougars once more. Here comes Wendell now with it. He's on the right wing over to Minnemeyer. He'll take a three from the top of the key. No good. Porter pulls down a big rebound for the Lynx. And this Lynx team going back the other way. Still tied at 9 here in the first 7 minutes of this ballgame. Porter trying to drive in. Instead kicks it to the corner there for Crummel. He'll take the three, and you know it. Montez Crummel with a big three from the right side corner. Gives the Lynx the lead, and it's going to be a timeout taken by Thomas Brock as he wants to talk things over. We will too, as it's a 30-second timeout. 12-9 your score. Lynx on top. Don't go anywhere. More Lincoln College basketball right here on 89X.
M.E. Realty in Lincoln brings home buyers and sellers together in Logan County and the surrounding area. M.E. Realty is now at a new location at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln. You can also reach them at 217-735-5424. That's 217-735-5424. You can also reach them directly online at SethSellsLincoln.com. That's SethSellsLincoln.com. You can see all of their latest home listings at any time. M.E. Realty in Lincoln is proud to be involved in the Lincoln community and is a proud supporter of Lincoln College men's and women's basketball.
Welcome back to Columbia College. Coming out of the timeout, it will be Cougars basketball, but some substitutions made. Donovan Austin in for Trayvon Tyler, and Tyrone Wright back in for Romine. Your Lynx lead here 12-9 with 12 seconds on the shot clock for the Cougars. Minnemeyer now trying to get it, but he loses it, and then it goes right into the hands of Austin. As the Lynx come up with a big steal right there, Austin with it, sees a lane driving in, left side lane, and is fouled in the act of shooting. Almost an and one opportunity there for Austin, as he will go to the line for 2 shots. And I have to say, for Austin, 0 for 1 so far from the free throw line so far this season. Was a kid that could not play first semester, back in action, so that explains why. As he cannot hit the first one right there, no good. But I know one thing I want to point out about Austin is after that big win and his first start in that Trinity International game back on Saturday, he got his first start for Coach Lepp. But after the game was over, we were all alone in the gym, and him and McGee come back out of the locker room, and he actually goes to shoot around and work on a lot of things after an entire game has been played. So kudos to Austin for that as he hits one of the 2 free throws, and the Lynx now up by 4, 13-9 now. As the Cougars coming back the other way with it, as it is Funches. He's trying to drive inside the lane, turn around, fader, no good, short, as it's pulled down by Crummel. Outlet now to Porter. Porter and Austin running the floor. He hands it off to Crummel at the top of the key. He'll drive in, left side lane, puts it off the glass, and banks it home. The State Bank of Lincoln following us here yet again as Montez Crummel, the only one to cash in some checks, as he does right there. 15-9 now, under 12 minutes still to play in this first half. Shaw back into the ball game here for the Cougars as Funches trying to drive in, kicks it back over to Shaw on the right side corner. He'll take a step back three, hesitated, but not going to matter as he knocks it down. Even with a hand in his face, he still knocks it through, and it's back to a 3-point lead for the Lynx. Junior trying to drive in here, 20 seconds on the shot clock, sees in the lane, trying to drive in, right side lane. Instead, back out to right to Austin with it on the left wing, but he's going to be called for a traveling violation right there on Austin. Just shuffled his feet just a hair too soon, and it's going to be another turnover by this Lynx squad. They still lead, though, 15-12. We got a substitution being made here late for Coach Lepp, as Romine will come back in for Junior. He'll take a breather. And Junior It's hilarious. I love that he listens to the games. I know I try to do my best as well to prepare and review and stuff. And he takes, as there's a step back three, no good, way short there by Bell Jr. Outlet now to Porter for the Lynx to crumble with it on the right side wing. Trying to drive in, hands it back out to Porter. Same spot. Still 20 seconds on the shot clock, though. Lynx have plenty of time. Now we have a foul going, I believe, on Bell Jr. It will. That'll be his first. And Team 6 is now we have Trayvon Tyler coming back in for Austin. Good minutes there from Austin as well. As the Lynx will inbound right next to Thomas Brock. Porter now with it at the top of the key, trying to drive in left side lane. He's met, though, by a bunch of trees. As Wendell trying to deny that one to Tyler in the corner. He knocks it out of bounds, though, however, and it'll stay with the Lynx on their baseline. As Tyler set to inbound underneath their own basket, they find Crumble. Crumble now, thought about baseline, back to Romine. He'll take a 15-foot jumper, no good. Shaw trying to pull down the board. Instead, it goes to Washer and into the hands of the Cougars. 15-12 still to score here as we have a kickball violation going against Montez Crumble. Will stay with the Cougars as we're under 11 minutes still to be played in this first half. As they inbound here to Wendell underneath their own basket, the Cougars do. Bounce pass one, down low to Benabid, down working on Romine, but has it stolen away by Porter as he got his hand in there. Finds Crumble, now back out to Tyler. Tyler, usually the one getting all the steals, as he's second in the nation in total steals. As he's trying to drive in, takes a step-back jumper from the baseline, no good, just a hair short as Shaw pulls down the board in that last game. As now the Cougars trying to work the ball quickly around the perimeter as they go to Shaw. Lynx trying to close out rather quickly there. Good ball move there. Wendell with it on the left wing. He'll drive in, kicks it back out to Shaw. Shaw from the right wing. This time he'll take the three and knocks it down. Shaw knocks down a big three right there in front of Trayvon Tyler, and he is fired up. As that ties the ball game here at 15, as now Shaw has 6. The double screen set at the top of the key for Trayvon Tyler. He drives right side lane to the corner now for Porter. He'll drive baseline. Bounce pass one to Crumble in the right side corner. Takes a three, and you know it. Montez Crumble with a big three and a good answer right there from the Lynx as they retake the lead by 3. 18-15 now. We'll see what the Cougars have in store. Shaw with it. As you know, he's going to look to pull up. Instead, he drives in right side lane, and they're going to call a blocking foul going on Montez Crumble. Look to be set. A lot of bodies there. Tough to tell. As that one going to be on Montez Crumble. That'll be his first, team second here in the half for the Lynx. As the Cougars will inbound underneath their own basket one more time. They throw it into Wendell on the right wing. Lynx lead by 3. Benabid down low. Working on Romine. Turn around left-hand hook, and it is in. From about 2 feet away. Good move there from the big fella down low for the Cougars. And it's going to be an interesting post matchup between Benabid and Romine. As Tyler gives it down low to Porter. Porter trying to work in on Shaw. Goes right side lane. Back up to the left. But he looked to be fouled. No call, though, as it's into the hands of the Cougars. Here they come now quickly. As Bueno now with it. At the top of the key, going to take a jumper just inside the three-point line. No good from the top of the key. Crumble pulls down the board. Lynx trying to push the pace right here as Crumble with a good move there. Almost fell right, but still somehow gets it to Porter. Porter trying to drive in, puts up a little lob pass to right, but he's blocked from behind by Benabid. Into the hands of the Cougars. Here they come on the fast break. They had numbers. Instead, that one batted out of bounds by Tyrone Wright. It'll stay with the Cougars, though, however, but good defense there for the Lynx to get back on track as Darnell Latham Jr. will check in for Romine. No substitutions being made here for the Cougars as they will have the basketball down by 1 underneath their own basket. Still 8.5 minutes left to be played. Wendell with it. Probably had a shot if if Washer actually wasn't in the way at the top of the key. Instead, he does not. Wendell now with it at the top of the key to Washer. He'll drive baseline. Kicks it back out to the left wing in Shaw. Working on Junior, trying to drive in. Turn around left-hand hook when he's going to be called for a traveling violation. Shuffled his feet there just a hair before he took the turnaround fader. As Tyler with a good baseball pass there. The Cougars did not get back in time. And Tyler even yelled Junior, and still they weren't able to get back enough time. Junior lays it up and in on the left side, and the Lynx now back up by 3. Good move there from Trayvon Tyler and this Lynx squad to see that the Cougars kind of were hesitating a little bit and not able to get back on defense. Now with it to Shaw. He's with it on the left wing now, goes back out to Wendell. Wendell with 9 seconds on the shot clock now. Trying to get down low to Benabid. Here comes the double team. He's working on Tyrone Wright, kicks it back out as they're going to have to just throw up a prayer. There's, no good, but ran down. The rebound was the Cougars as Shaw takes a step back 3, no good. Another long rebound into the hands of the Cougars yet again. Third opportunity for the Cougars here, trying to cash in from downtown. We'll see if they can. Washer with it. He's got it on the right wing, trying to drive in, but he is going to be fouled before he started his shooting motion. I think that's going to go on Porter, as that'll be only the team's third. They have not said yet, but again, Minnemeyer comes back into the ball game as well for the Cougars, along with Fritsch's. I think he checks back in, and Bell Jr. So 3 out of the 5 coming out as Wendell now with it. He's guarded by Porter. Over to Bell Jr., guarded by Jr. Trying to drive in, left side lane, trying to put up a runner. No. Tips back into the hands of Minnemeyer, and it's another 4th opportunity rebound here for the Cougars. Wendell now this time from downtown. No short from that one. That ball still tipped out into the hands of Buno yet again. This is the 5th opportunity for the Cougars. Can the Lynx get a rebound here and stop this Cougar team? Is now Wendell with it. Thought about driving baseline. That one's poked away by Porter, as he's got a one-on-one fast break, and he will be fouled, and they will say, no, it was on the floor. Thought it was in the act of shooting, as Porter was starting to go for his Euro step there, as that'll go on Frichet. That'll be actually his 3rd, team's 7th, so that'll put Porter to the line for a one-on-one opportunity. As here comes Shaw back in. He'll check in for Wendell. And again, last year, Wendell really tore this Lynx team up. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in the loss against the Lynx last year in the final regular season game, as Porter knocks down the first opportunity for him. Has one more coming thanks to the make. But Wendell had 4 threes in that ball game, was perfect from behind the arc against the Lynx last season. Not the case here today, as Porter thought about almost made it 2, instead in and out on the free throw. 21-17 lead still for the Lynx. 6:45 left to play in this first half. Shaw with it, goes right to the lane as Porter went for the steal. It left him with a 5-on-4 and a big hole towards the basket. He'll lay it up and in. 21-19 now as Crumble from once again downtown. He'll take the 3. He's got his 3rd bank of the ball game, as well as he's got 13 on the night. So Montez Crumble, have yourself a first half here in Columbia, Missouri. Bell Jr. now with it on the left wing. He's double teamed, picked up his dribble, gives one down low, I believe, to Bell Jr. as he pump fakes Tyler. And Tyler had to hang on to the rim, otherwise he was going to come down on him. And they do call the foul on Tyler. That'll be his first, team's 4th, just in the half. That'll send Washer to the line. And that one no good right there, as Blake Maris will check in, get his first minutes of the ball game. He was going to come in for Porter, but he was shooting some free throws. As Washer's second one is in, so 1 of 2 from the line go the Cougars, and it's still a 4-point lead here for the Lynx. 24-20 here, as we're just over 6 minutes left to play in this first half. Again, mentioned Montez Crummel leading the way with 13. He's got the basketball right now as this Cougar team went into a little bit of a zone. Tiger now back to Crummel, back to Tyler from the left wing. He'll pull up from downtown. No short, long rebound into the hands of the Cougars, as now Crummel got to be careful as he stops the fast break opportunity there set by Bell Jr. As Shaw with it, arguably their best player on the team. As he's trying to find somebody, he finds Bell. Bell trying to drive in, left side lane, puts up a step-back floater and uses the glass, actually, and got the friendly roll to go. Good defense by the Lynx. Just a lucky shot, I guess I would say, from the Cougars, as Maris now with it. Back out to Tyler. One more to Junior. Junior had a three in the corner. Instead picks up his dribble. Now double teamed on the baseline. One more to Tyler at the top of the key. Link's going to reset here. Junior to Crumble. Crumble's got the hot hand right now. He'll drive baseline. Kicks it back out as it was poked away. Still gets it though. Pass to Tyler. Now one more to Maris. Maris in the corner for three. No good. And a good set of defense there by the Cougars as the Lynx had a few golden opportunities there on that possession with some open shots. They didn't take them though, however. As now Mittelmeyer pump fakes and makes right past him and then takes the step back three, and all of a sudden now the Cougars lead by one. It's now 25-24 as we still have 4:45 left to play in this first half. You knew this game was going to be back and forth, but Junior trying to answer from the left wing, and you know it. Darnell Latham Jr. from downtown gives the Lynx the lead right back. It's now 27-25. We'll see if Shaw and his Cougars have any sort of answer. Bell Jr. with it at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Now goes to Shaw on the right wing. To the corner now. Back to Shaw on the wing. Shaw wants a screen from Mittelmeyer. He does. Goes to the left wing now. Here for Bruno, and he'll knock down the three. So we're trading threes left and right, and it feels like we're back on at Saturday against Trinity International. 28-27 now. Do the Lynx have an answer? Maris with it. Double teamed over to right. Bounce passes one to Junior. Junior from the left side corner this time, no, but was fouled in the act of shooting, so it'll be a 3-point barrage as he'll go to the line for 3 shots. Almost had a chance to knock that one down, but Junior, by far our best free throw shooter from the line, will be at the line for 3. And Junior no good on that free throw right there. Still has 2 more coming, though. As Junior 80% from the free throw line this season. Misses the first, though, however. As now Shaw looks to be having some blood on the front of his jersey. See how that fares. Good news for the Lynx, though, is that takes him out just for a little bit. Here comes Romine back into the ball game as he will get Maris. I believe Benabid and Wendell both checked in as well for the Cougars as Junior's second free throw. That one is knocked home. That'll tie us at 28. One more free throw for Junior, and he knocks it through. So the Lynx retake the lead back by 1, 29-28, under 4 minutes to play in this first half, and it's been back and forth this entire time as now that puts Junior into double figures with 10 after the made free throws. As the Cougars, good bounce pass down low to Benabid, and he is fouled in the act of shooting. Good find, though, from Buno as he found Benabid underneath the basket, and Romine had to foul. As they do put it on Romine. And like I said, he had to foul. Otherwise, it was going to be a monster two-handed slam there for Benabid and the Cougars. As he knocks down the first free throw right there. Has one more free throw coming. And Benabid averaging just over 11 points a contest, almost 7 rebounds, as he's a 71% free throw shooter from the line. Made his first, but cannot hit his second. Good box out there from Romine to box out Bell. And the Lynx going the other way. We're tied here at 29, 3:45 left to go in this first half. Crumble with a hot hand right now for the Lynx leading the way as Romine has at the top of the key. Goes to Junior. Junior going to pull up from the left wing from downtown. No good. Offensive rebound goes to Romine, but he loses it off his own foot or himself, and it's going the other way. And it was a big rebound there for Christian Romine. Instead, loses it out of bounds, and it's a turnover by this Lynx squad. And once again, the Cougars have another opportunity to take this lead. Now with it driving in right side lane. He's blocked, though, by, I believe, Romine, but Benabid was there for the putback as that one was in. 31-29 lead now for the Cougars as we're just over 3 minutes to play. Tyler with it on the right wing. Gets a screen, trying to drive baseline, kicks it back out to Junior. Junior thought about a three from the wing instead. Trying to drive in instead. We're going to have a push-off on Darnell Latham Jr., and it's going to be an offensive foul. You haven't seen that one called too often. That'll be Junior's first, team sixth here in the half. Comes some more substitutions. Junior will take a seat as Austin comes back in. And Royal Nesbitt also checked in for his first minutes as he came in for Romine. 31-29 lead here for the Cougars on their home floor. They have the basketball with 2:45 left to go in the first half. They're looking to add to it As a good bounce pass down low to find Bell Jr. running the floor, or baseline. Instead, he could not finish the up and under move, and the Lynx pull down the board with Tyrone Wright. Tyler now with it, trying to drive in. Instead, backs it out to the top of the key. Austin, who just came in, thought about driving right side lane, back out to Nesbitt. He'll take the three from the top of the key. No good. Long rebound into the hands of Tyrone Wright, and we have a foul going against the Cougars, and I believe that one will go on Washer, the hometown hero right here from Columbia, Missouri. But that'll send Wright to the line, as that was the 19th foul, so it's a 1-and-1 opportunity. And Wright cannot hit the free throw right there again. Got to make some free throws, boys, if we want to try to win this ball game. As Bell Jr. with it. 31-29 lead for the Cougars. As that one's stolen away, Wendell trying to feed one down low to Benabid. As Crumble got a hand on it, finds Wright. Back out to Tyler in the corner. Instead goes to Crumble. Crumble with the hot hand, takes the three from the top of the key, and you know it. Montez Crumble with another big three right there. Give him 16 here in the half, as he gives the Lynx the lead right back, 32-31, and now a timeout taken once again by Thomas Brock, as we will take one as well. It's another 30-second timeout. Lynx lead by one, 32-31, right here on WLNX.
Brow Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln is proud to be a sponsor this season of Lincoln College men's and women's basketball on 89X and on LCTV. Thanks to their generous support, you'll never miss a single broadcast this season as the Lynx compete in NAIA action. Brow Chevrolet Buick has served the Lincoln and surrounding area with new and used vehicles, along with a complete service department since 1953. Grau is open Monday through Friday between 8 and 7, and on Saturdays 8 to 3. Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln at 1905 North Kickapoo.
Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri, where your Lynx find themselves leading just by one, 32-31. Here with just under 2 minutes left to go in this first half, it will be the Cougars with the basketball, as Bell Jr. threw it in right to my left, as you know now with it. With it to Wendell. Wendell trying to drive left side lane. Instead kicks it to the corner now in Bell. To the top of the key. And back over now to Washer, who took a three from the right side wing. Instead pulled down by Austin as he can't hit. Austin goes to Tyler. Set already. Square in the left side corner for three. No, but Wright with the offensive rebound and then fouled in the act of shooting. So once again, Wright will go to the line to try to redeem himself here with about a minute and a half left to play. And it kind of looks like Shaw switched jerseys here. Apparently couldn't get the blood off the uniform right here. So Shaw will check back in. Was wearing 24, now wearing 15. I don't think anybody noticed that. I don't know if that's a penalty or not since they started the game already, but apparently they couldn't have got the blood out, as Shaw now wearing 15. Wonder who's... Nobody on the Cougars wears 15, so it must be okay, as Wright makes one of two yet again, and it's a 2-point lead. 33-31 as Shaw with it at the top of the key. It kind of hits off his hand, still finds Benabid somehow. Shaw with it now, guarded by Austin. Back over to Buno. He'll take the three, no good, off the side of the rim. Tyler just going to let it go out of bounds, and it'll go to this Lynx squad as it rolls all the way over there to the man in the Blues hat. It's a good hat. Over there sitting on the drums, as we have a little pep band here at Columbia, but I'd have to say if they are in college, they're not partying. We'll just put it that way. They're not living in the dorms. Definitely looking like they're in about mid-50s so far, but hey, everyone can go to school at any time. No diss against that, as Tyler over to Austin. He'll take the three from the left wing. No good. Nesbitt with the offensive rebound for the Lynx. Out to Crummel, now back out to Tyler. Fresh 20 for the Lynx as he gives it to Austin. Austin down low to Wright. Good find underneath the basket as he is tangled up in a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to the Cougars, as it was a good find there for Austin, but like I said, Wright just got tangled up underneath the basket. Possession arrow goes to this Cougar team, and seems like Wright a little bit out of it here, not happy with whatever the situation is going on. Now as we're under 30 seconds to play here in this first half, shot clock and game clock separated by about 7 seconds as that shot taken from the left elbow, no good by Shaw, pulled down by the Lynx, and the Lynx will have the final shot here in this first half. As the shot clock is turned off, we're at 10 seconds to play. Lynx lead 33-31. Tyler now with it. Just walking around at midcourt. 5 seconds now to go. Tyler working on Shaw. Takes a step back three from the right wing. And you know it, Trayvon Tyler, as we head to the locker room, hits a big three right there for this Lynx squad. And they lead it 36-31 here at the half. And what a good first half it was. This Lynx team played phenomenally well. Besides the few turnovers there to start this first half. But other than that, you minus some of the turnovers, this Lynx team hung right there with this Cougar offense as well. We knew this Cougar team was not going to be able to shoot the basketball too particularly well. They weren't going to drive as much as we thought they were going to. We knew Shaw was going to have himself a day. But really, other than that, it will be interesting to see who steps up in that second half. Wendell didn't do much. I believe Benabid had an okay first half. You got to remember, Fritchie, one of their leading guys, had 3 fouls in that first half. So it'll be interesting to see where we see him come back in that second half. So it'll be interesting to see in that second half what this Lynx team can do. We know they're a second half team. We usually don't see them as a first half team. So it should be interesting to see what they do coming out of halftime. Yet again, that's going to do it here at the break. Your Lynx lead 36-31. We will have stats coming your way shortly, but right now, Montez Crumble leading the way with 19 for your Lynx. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming your way right here on WLNX.
The State Bank of Lincoln is Lincoln's oldest bank. In fact, its home location at 508 Broadway dates back over 100 years. That's 100 years of providing Lincoln and surrounding area residents and businesses with banking services, including checking and savings accounts. They also provide personal, business, and agricultural loans and retirement planning. The State Bank of Lincoln's Woodlawn branch opens mornings at 7:30. You can also find them at Walmart in Lincoln and with 2 locations in Clinton. The State Bank of Lincoln, since 1903, assisting and strengthening both individuals and the local community.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
So you're giving up? Just like that?
Giving up on what?
I'm getting an inheritance from a distant relative.
Don't you think if there were a billionaire in the family, we'd know about it by now?
Listen to me. We are one phone call away from riding horses on our own private polo grounds. One call from christening yachts, having a butler, using summer as a verb.
How do you figure?
Look, everyone's got a rich uncle somewhere. It's statistics. So the best thing you can do is just prepare for the inevitable.
Right, which is why I thought maybe it would be smart to take control of my finances. You know, start using a budget, get out of debt, set some retirement goals.
Budgets? Debt? You watch your mouth. Retirement shouldn't be a goal for us. It should be a way of life.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Not on my watch, our military service members say, as they volunteer to serve. Not on my watch, they say, as they leave their families behind to keep the rest of ours safe. As they move out, stand firm, and take fire. So not on our watch, we say, to the severely ill or injured veterans who can't get the care they deserve, the therapists they need to walk again, the treatment they need to talk again. the lifetime of day-to-day help they need to live full and independent lives. When there's no more government funding, or a nursing home seems like the only option, or everyone says there's no hope for recovery, we won't leave one warrior behind. Not on our watch. Find out how you can do your part at findwwp.org.
Hello, my name is Sadia Anders, and I'm here with Trey Jones, and we will be discussing his roles as Vice President of Student Government. How are you doing today, Trey?
I'm doing good, Sadia. How are you?
I'm great. So, what got you interested in joining student government?
What got me interested is people coming to me and kind of expressing their feelings towards me about things that they feel aren't really going well in their lives as far as campus-wise, and me not being able to do anything about that, or seeing that it's the same problem for me on campus. That definitely poked my interest for being in SGA.
Great. How did you become Vice President of Student Government?
That's funny. What had happened was I walked in the Student Center and Zach saw me as a junior last year. He was like, you want to get involved, this, that, and the other. And he was like, you should run for president. And I eventually met the president of SGA, and he recruited me to be his vice president, told me all the things that we could do together. And I thought that it would be a great opportunity for me. So I decided to run in his running mate, and we were accepted to be the vice president and president of SGA.
What are your roles as vice president?
My roles, I do everything that Willie does when he's not able to do it. That's one thing. But one thing that I'm really focused on is event-wise and planning events for different things that SGA wants to sponsor, like the girls' powder puff football flag football game that we have coming up, and sponsoring things like Senior Day for our men's team soccer.
Okay. Sounds cool. So, as vice president, what is your future goals for this club? How do you want this club to grow?
I definitely want it to become more professional. We do a great job of what we're doing now as the resources that we have, but I've seen other schools, and I think we can take it to another level. And also, as far as community-based wise, people knowing us and reaching out to us as those who are part of SGA and coming to us and explaining things that they want to change on campus, and us being those members talking about it in meetings and pressing towards change, so that way we could make it a better place to live for those who live here.
All right. So what is the biggest thing you want to accomplish as vice president?
One of the biggest things I want to accomplish, I think one of the things that we probably all want to accomplish in SGA is our dining hall, kind of overhauling definitely the food, the choices, the quantity and the quality, maybe change the dining hall hours. That's something that ever since I've been here, ever since I transferred to this school, people have definitely had an outcry for, and I think and even before I was even here, I've heard it was a problem. So one thing we want to do is definitely change that and make it better.
This is Sadia Anders here with Vice President of Student Government, Trey Jones. Why should someone join student government? Let's say an incoming freshman, what would you tell them to join student government?
First off, foremost, if you're into politics, it's definitely the way to go as far as even criminal justice-wise. But as far as just creating change and being a part of something special, the reason why you should be in student government is just to be an advocate to those who have a voice, and you are able to listen to them and help create change on campus.
Okay. What is your favorite part about being in student government?
My favorite part, definitely the meetings, because I'm a very particular organized person, and Willie, the president, he does a great job of running our meetings, and I'm just a person who's very organized, and I really like how in meetings that we just go through things and go through the order of things and get things done.
Anything else you want to add about student government?
come out to the Powder Puff football game November 8th. Those of you who are participating, you can come out and get your flags on and get your coaches and get on the team. And those who just want to see a good game, just come out and watch.
Well, thank you, Trey, for joining me in this interview, and you have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
That was Vice President of Student Government, Trey Jones. Now back to 89X basketball game.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kind of love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri, as we are coming out of halftime as we speak. The guys coming out of the locker room, they lead it 36-31 over Columbia College here on the road. But I mentioned it was a big first half for this Lynx squad. Not much going on either side, but there's always the star of the show for this Lynx squad. And in that first half, it was definitely Montez Crumble. Had 19 points, 4 rebounds in that ball game, and in that first half by alone. Let me just tell you, right now Montez is only averaging 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and not only did he exceed all of that, he's got plus more. He's got more of it here again in this first half. We'll see what happens in this second half if he can add to it. He's perfect from the night so far, 7 of 7. From the field, 5 for 5 from behind the arc. Definitely has the hot hand for Coach Lepp's squad in that first half. And in this ball game as of right now, I'd love to see them kind of keep going to him. It's all set up, though, by good ball movement from this Lynx squad. Lynx did have 7 assists in that first half, which, again, for me and my standards, that's something that they usually finish with. But since then, they have actually done a much better job moving the basketball, sharing the basketball a lot more, because I think they actually had 24. They did. They had 24 assists in that win against Trinity International. Yes, it was only by 1, but like I said, the ball movement was there. The good looks were there. So you got to like what you're seeing so far from this Lynx squad, especially in this first half as well. They moved the ball particularly well. Columbia only had 3 assists in that first half, so Lynx doing something there. The only problem is 7 turnovers in that first half. Columbia did have 6, though, however, and kind of gave us some points. We actually had 6 points coming off those, but they actually had 7 coming off of our turnovers. So going to have to do a little bit better job of that and kind of keep the basketball as much as possible and maybe get a hand on those things. Right now our bench only has 2 points, but really the key thing is this Lynx team, like I mentioned, Montez Crumble, 5 for 5 from behind the arc. So you know this Lynx team is shooting pretty well from the perimeter, as they are 8 for 16 from behind the arc. Good for 50% for this Lynx squad. So as of late, this Lynx team shooting the basketball particularly well from at least behind the line. They shot 11 for 27 in that first half. Good for 40%, but only 6 for 12 from the free throw line. So they're going to have to clean it up a little bit better job there. I've heard Coach Lepp a few times clap his hands as he knows that free throws cannot be missed on certain situations like that. This Lynx could possibly be up almost 10 if they could have made some of those free throws down the stretch. But for Columbia, leading the way is Justin Shaw. He's got 8 points on the night on 3 of 5 shooting, 2 for 3 from the field in 14 minutes. And also has an assist and 2 rebounds to go along with that. But Columbia shooting just 12 for 31, 38%, right behind the Lynx. But 31% from the three-point line, though, however. That's where the Lynx making up the difference so far in this one, as they are just 5 for 16 from behind the line and only 2 of 4 from the free throw line, as the Lynx will get the basketball here to start this second half. As so far in the players to watch out for in this contest that I have picked a handful of, Christian Romine, only 1 point, 3 rebounds, and 3 turnovers in that first half. And for Wendell, as Romine trying to feed Tyler down low, gives it back to Romine, going right at Benabid, and he cannot hit with the right hand. As here comes the Cougars now back the other way. Shaw hands it to Wendell. Out to the right wing, swinging it around now. As Frishy now with it. Remember, he's got 3 fouls, so he's going to have to be careful here, at least on the defensive side of things, not on the offensive side of things. He picks up his dribble at the top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock down for the Cougars. They find Benabid. He's down low, and he is fouled in the act of shooting. Romine read it all the way as he was taking a turnaround left-hand hook from the right side lane. So that'll send Benabid to the line for 2 opportunities. As again, did not hit his first and did not take any in that first half. But for Wendell so far, his player to watch, he's got 4 points on the night, had an assist, 1 rebound, and 2 of 3 shooting. Benabid does hit the second. They get 36-32, or cannot hit the second. 0 of 2 from the line, still scoreless. As Tyler takes a step back 3 from the right side corner, and you know it. Trayvon Tyler with a big shot right there to get the Lynx started here in the second half. As it's raining threes yet again, the 9th made by the Lynx. As it's 39-31. Tyler's now got 6 on the night. Shaw from the free throw line kicks it back out to Preche. He cannot get that one to go. Long rebound into the hands of Crumble. Crumble trying to kind of force a foul on Benabid to Tyler, now to Junior. Thought about a 3 from the right side corner, takes it, hesitates, and then shoots it again. And that one halfway down and out. Junior can't get that one to fall, pulled down by the Cougars. Christian out with it, trying to drive left side lane. Hands it off to Benabid down low. Takes a turnaround fader from the baseline. No good. Right pulls down the big board there for the Lynx. You can hear Coach Lepp yelling already as he wants this lead to grow and kind of make them play catch up from here on out, in case this Lynx team has a certain span where they cannot score the basketball. We've seen it time and time again. Tyler really feeling himself, though. Takes a step back 3 over Shaw. No good. Hits the side of the rim. Pulled down by Shaw. Shaw now double teamed here by Crumble, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Shaw, and we are going the opposite way. Good hustle play there from Tyler to stop the fast break from Shaw, and then good help side defense from Montez Crumble to come over and double team Shaw, and he lost it out of bounds. It's going the other way. Tyler with it. Going to bring it up the floor, still working on Shaw, right with it on the right wing, trying to feed Romine down low. As Menemeyer is trying to reach in there, and he is called for a foul. It was awfully close right there. Thomas Brock not happy about the call. Menemeyer did look like he did just get a piece of Romine, as we were waiting for the officials to get done talking to both coaches here, but Menemeyer will pick up his 3rd personal. So now him and Friche both have 3 personal fouls. Now that one poked away into the hands of Shaw. Shaw with right on his hip, and he will fly high and slam it home. Tyrone Wright trying to do all he can, but sometimes you're just going to have to let Shaw throw it down. He does, and that gets the Cougars on the board here in a big way to start this second half, 39-33. Here come the Lynx now back the opposite direction. Tyler with it, trying to feed Romine down low, working on Menemeyer. See what happens here. He does. Turnaround fader. Romine cannot get that one to go. Menemeyer won the battle down low as he can't get that one to go. And Shaw left all alone in the left side corner for three, and he knocks it down. Shaw now in double figures. He's got 13. Now we have another stoppage of play, I believe due to Shaw trying to tie his shoe. Now Tyler and Shaw having a few words. Can't really read the lips. Can't see what's going on. Tyler trying to drive left side lane and count the basket and the foul. As I believe that was Frichet trying to go in there, take the charge. He could not. It's going to end up being a blocking foul, and that could be his fourth here already with 17 minutes still left to be played in this ball game. He might have to take a seat. Instead, count the basket and the foul for Trayvon Tyler, as he'll go to the line for an and one opportunity. And Tyler knocks down a big shot right there from the line. Extends the lead now 42-36 in favor of the Lynx, as like we mentioned, Frichet had to take a seat due to his fourth foul. And also Mittemeyer has 3 as well. As Washer came in, along with Wendell, that he's trying to find Mittemeyer, bounce pass, but he cannot. And now we have a technical foul going on Thomas Brock, the head coach for Columbia College. So a technical foul not going against us for a change, which is a positive thing. Lynx really giving Columbia a lot of habits, and on this one does not like what he's seeing so far, and he had enough as he teed him up. That'll put Tyler to shoot some technical free throws, and the Lynx will get the ball back as well. So this is a big couple shots here for Trayvon Tyler at the line. As nothing but net there for Trayvon Tyler. That was a good free throw shot and stroke from Tyler. We've seen him kind of be all over the place from time to time, but this one, cool, calm, and collected. As he knocks down a pair right there, Tyler does, and big free throws there from Tyler and this Lynx squad. Now pushes it to an 8-point lead, 44-36. As the Lynx will get the basketball. Get the basketball back. Now we're trying to figure out where the shot clock would be. They did say two seconds off the shot clock, as both players, Shaw and Tyler, trying to tie their shoes at the same time, kind of mimicking each other left and right here. But so far, Tyler with the last word. Tyler with it now on the left wing, backs it out to Romine at the top of the key, over to Wright. Wright guarded very closely by Washer, hands it back off to Tyler. Tyler trying to throw a lob to Austin, and Romine, and he throws it down. What a lob there from Trayvon Tyler to Christian Romine as he throws down a monster slam, and that puts the Lynx up by 10. That should get the Lynx some momentum right there. Good play there from Left to kind of draw that one up, but Mittemeyer says otherwise, as he's like, hey, wait a second, this is my gym. I'll knock down the three and keep us in this ball game. 46-39 now, Junior with it. Back out to right. So Romine almost traveled there, instead trying to drive in right side lane. A little runner off the glass right with the right hand, and he puts it in. So Romine's starting to feel it now here for the Lynx. That's a big push there if Coach Left can get Romine going in this one and underneath the basket there. Really, Columbia would have no answer for him underneath. As Shaw now with it, he's basically triple teamed out to window left all alone on the right side wing for three, no good. As Romine pulls down the board, and then he's hit in the head going the other way, and I believe that one will go on Washer. I think it was actually on Shaw, but they call it on Washer. And now we're going to have a timeout taken right here, a full timeout taken by Thomas Brock. He wants to settle down here a little bit. 48-39 lead here for the Lynx. We will take a timeout as well. When we come back, though, your Lynx leading the way here in Columbia, Missouri. More action right here on WLNX.
ME Realty in Lincoln brings home buyers and sellers together in Logan County and the surrounding area. ME Realty is now at a new location at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln. You can also reach them at 217-735-5400. 217-735-5424. That's 217-735-5424. You can also reach them directly online at SethSellsLincoln.com. That's SethSellsLincoln.com. You can see all of their latest home listings at any time. ME Realty in Lincoln is proud to be involved in the Lincoln community and is a proud supporter of Lincoln College men's and women's basketball.
Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri. Here's first 5 minutes have been played, and it's been all Lincoln so far coming out of the halftime as already tempers flying. Lynx underneath the skin of the Cougars as of right now, but still plenty of time left in the ballgame for the Cougars to kind of come back and retake the lead on their own floor. So the Lynx really have to kind of stay on the gas pedal here as of late. That's something that Coach Lepp's squad has not done well this season. We'll see. They get another golden opportunity to do it right here. And I've heard Coach Lepp say time and time again, manage the last 8 to 10 minutes of this ballgame. Well, now here's where you got to manage the last 15 minutes of this ballgame. So far, the first 5 have gone well for the Lynx. We'll see what they have in store for us in the next 15. They do have the basketball coming out of the timeout. 48-39 lead for the good guys. Tyler with it. Takes a step back 3 and looked like he was fouled. No call, though, however, as he knocks down a big 3 right there. It looked like Funches got a piece of Tyler, but instead they don't call it. It was right in front of the official. No call. 51-39 now. As they give it out to Mittemeyer, he'll take the 3 from the right side corner, and he's feeling it, and he knocks it down. So the Cougars come back and answer with their own 3 from Mittemeyer, and we'll see what Junior and this Lynx team have in store. Crummel now with it. He had the hot hand in the first half, but since then it's been all Trayvon Tyler. 51-42. Now back to Crummel on the right wing. Down low, double team to Romine. He's, like I mentioned, double team. He finds right down low, right side lane, and he'll put it up and in. Good find there from Romine. Play as a team, fellas, and you guys will not lose. Now Bell Jr. trying to drive baseline, kicks it back out to Mittemeyer. Thought about a 3, takes a step back, goes to the corner now, and then Bell Jr. He'll take the 3 from the corner. No good. Long rebound, high rebound into the hands of Trayvon Tyler. Here come the Lynx now back the other way. They didn't have any numbers, so Tyler will slow it down. Cross the court pass now to Junior. Junior on the right wing, down low to Romine. Across the court pass to Tyler. Tyler thought about a 3 from the left side corner. Instead, now he's going to pull up, hesitates a little bit, no good, short off the front of the rim, pulled down by the Cougars. And Shaw took a seat. So right now, Tyler out there on the floor by himself. Bunches down with it. He's trying to drive in. Left side lane, puts it up off the glass. Cannot get it to go, but we will have a foul in the act of shooting. That'll actually be on Montez Crummel, his second. Team's second. As that will send, once again, Desmond Funches to the line for 2 opportunities. And so far, he's a 50% free throw shooter, just 7 of 14, and that's going to make him a little bit less right there. 7 for 15. Here comes Austin and Porter back into the ball game for Tyler and Romine, and I like what Coach Lepp is doing right here. He's giving his key guys some breathers here as Shaw and Wendell and the rest of those starting group for the Cougars also out as well. And the second one in, so it's now back to a 10-point lead, 53-43, under 14 minutes still to play. As Porter with a no-look pass to Junior, he'll take the 3 from the right wing, no good, short, and it's going to be pulled down by the Cougars. I believe that was Washer, and now we're going to have a carry going on Funches, not something you call all too often, and it really kind of seems like the opposite of what we've done throughout this entire season. They throw it in to Crummel. Crummel catches shoot from the wing, no good. Porter almost got the offensive rebound, instead pulled down by the Cougars. So there's Crummel's first miss of the night. He kind of rushed that one a little bit as they give it to the right side corner now, and Funches. Funches now trying to work on Bell Jr. Now back to the Mittemeyer at the top of the key, and he's now fouled by Porter. So there might be the makeup call right there going on the carry. It was the same official that called both of them, as that's his team's third, Porter's second. And the Cougars will inbound yet again. Throw it in on the sideline to Funches. Now to Bell Jr. Junior working on Junior as Bell takes a turnaround jumper and right over the hand in the face of Junior, and he gives him a little bit of a stare, but I don't know if I'd be doing that. That's his first 2 points. Junior's got 10 on the night. Crumble now back to the top of the key in Austin. 53-45 now. Crumble to Junior in the left side corner. Back out to the top of the key in Austin. Almost threw it over his head. Good. Had to leap high off that one. Austin now back to Junior. He sees baseline, trying to drive in, and somehow gets it to go. It almost looked like an and one opportunity, but could not get that one to go. Junior looked to be fouled, as now, once again, Funches is having some words with Junior and the rest of these guys. Like he said, nobody for this Lynx team is starting it yet. It looked like Junior was held. It should have at least been a foul. Junior has, he basically had to throw it up from his hip, but somehow, some way, still manages to hit the shot and not get the foul called. It's back to a 10-point lead, 55-45 here with just under 13 minutes still left to be played in this ballgame. And like I said, this has been a Lynx team. We've battled a lot of adversity throughout this entire season. We've had a lot of things not go our way. We've had some certain calls. We've had a lot of frustrations be boiled over, and it seems like as of right now, I don't want to jinx this, but as of right now, everything rolling smoothly for this Lynx squad. We're staying cool, calm, and collected under pressure, even when the other opposing team is kind of getting in our face and stuff. We're staying calm, we're staying disciplined, and we're doing what we need to do to get the job done, and that's why we're up by 10 right now, 55-45, as the Cougars have the basketball. Bell Jr. sees a lane. They'll drive right to the rack, and it was basically an entire hole, just wide open, parting of the Red Sea. Goes inside the paint for the Lynx defense, and Bell just made us pay. 55-47 now. Austin trying to drive in, kicks it to the corner, and Crumble. Right side. He's trying to drive in. Good find underneath the basket. Good pump fake by Wright, but he somehow was blocked underneath the basket by either Minnemeyer or Funches. As now here comes Bell Jr. back the other way. He'll drive left side lane, puts it up and in. Lynx trying to push the pace there. Instead, Junior going to slow it down just a little bit. Junior now over to Porter, guarded by Wendell. Those eyes got to scare you for a time or two as Austin now back over to Wright. Trying to find Porter, but he has it stolen away. A high pass now to Funches, and he'll just lay it up and in. All of a sudden, here come the Cougars now back with a little bit of a run of their own. 55-51, it's now a 4-point game. Under 12 to play. It seems like right as I said that, here they come. We'll see what the Lynx have in store here on this possession. The crowd's starting to get back into it. Crumble with it at the top of the key for Porter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Drives in left side lane. Dishes it off to Wright. Underneath the basket, and he is fouled in the act of shooting, maybe on Washer. And if it is, that'll be his fourth. No, they will actually put that on Bell Jr., so good news for Washer. That'll be his second, team's fifth here in the half, as that'll send Tyrone Wright to the free throw line. He'll get 2. Wright 1 for 3 so far from the line. As that one no good right there, as Tyler and Romine set the check back in. Romine will get Tyrone Wright, though, however, as Tyler comes in for Crumble. Wright, not a good day at the free throw line here so far, just 1 for 4 in this ball game. Normally a 75-plus free throw shooter. See if he can knock down the second. He will, as this crowd here at Columbia probably, I don't know, what would we say here? The average age about 50 or above? I don't know. They're making a lot of noise here in this crowd. They love their Cougars basketball, as we saw last season. 56-51, 11 and a half minutes still to be played in this ballgame. Not out of it by all means, as Funches trying to drive left side lane, puts one up off the glass, no good. Romine with a big rebound right there for the Lynx as they come back the other way. Junior now with it, guarded by Bell Jr., so Junior versus Junior here on this one. Porter hands it off now to Austin. Austin trying to drive in on Funches, right side lane. Good move there. Cannot get that one to go. Gets his own miss as the ball's loose on the floor. Goes right into the hands of Trayvon Tyler. Bell Jr. now with it. Had to guard him. Junior will step into the one off the pass from Tyler. No good, as it was a long 3 opportunity there for the Lynx. Almost went down for Junior. As here come the Cougars now back the other way. Funches trying to drive in on Austin, and he is fouled in the act of shooting. Cannot get that one to go, as Austin will pick up the foul. And big hole on the back end of that defense there inside the paint. As now that'll put Funches at the line for 2 shots. Funches has not attempted one so far in this ball game. But he is a 50% free throw shooter. As we do mention, actually, he has missed a pair his last trip down as he knocks down the first right there. 56-52. 10:47 left to play. And punches one more at the line. Knocks that one down as well. So from 0-2 to 2-2, and all of a sudden it's a 3-point ball game. So maybe the Lynx got to settle down here a little bit. 56-53 now. Junior with it on the right wing, goes to Porter in the corner. Porter trying to drive, hands it off to Romine. He's trying to back down his man, and it's going to be an offensive foul right there. Romine just lowered the shoulder there a little bit as Mittemeyer wins that battle down low, and it's going the other way. So now the Cougars have a chance to tie the ball game with a 3 right here on this possession. Still Shaw and Wendell both sitting the bench. Or Shaw just checked back in, but Wendell still sitting over there for Thomas Brock and this Cougar offense. Wendell to Bell Jr. trying to drive in, and he is fouled, and all of a sudden this Cougar team has found the weakness, trying to drive in, taking that size differential into their hands in their own favor, as that one will go on Porter, his 3rd, team 6th, and Bell Jr. at the line for 2. As he knocks down the first one right there. Bell, 82% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 10 points a game, along with about 3 rebounds as he knocks down a pair right there. All of a sudden, it's now a 1-point game, 56-55, as Junior and this Lynx squad looking for a basket on this possession. 10:15 to go. Junior with it on the right wing, picks up his dribble to the top of the key in. Porter thought about a 3 instead, driving in, kicks it back out to the corner in Austin. Austin now to the top of the key in. Junior guarded by Bell, trying to drive in, right side lane, puts up a 1 off the glass and banks it home. Right there, good shot there by Junior. Made me hold my breath a little bit, but still manages to knock it down, and it's now back to a 3-point lead for the Lynx. See what Shaw and this Cougar team have in store. Is Mittemeyer going to pull from downtown, trying to tie the ball game, and he will. As Mittemeyer now ties it at 58, and it seems like this next 9.5 minutes are going to be a good one. We're going back and forth just like we did in the first half. Junior to the top of the key in Austin. Austin trying to drive in, left side lane, has it pulled away by Funches. Here comes the fast break as Austin almost got it back as he kicks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cougars, though, however, but all of a sudden the Cougars with some momentum as here comes Crumble back into the ball game for Austin. Austin lost it and then almost got the steal back on the other end. You can hear Coach Lepp say good hustle for him. As now we're going to have a sub here. Here comes Tyrone Wright in for Romine. So the Cougars will inbound underneath their own basket. Mittemeyer to the back there for Bell Jr. He's guarded by Montez Crumble. 58 all here, 9.5 minutes still to go. Shaw with it, guarded by Tyler. Takes a step back 3, no. Crumble with it, actually into the hands of Junior, and the Lynx pull down the board. See what happens here as Junior going to run point. Tyler is on the floor. Now he's got it. Over to Crumble. He's with it at the top of the key. Over to Junior on the left wing. Bounce pass down low to right. He's working baseline. Back out to Porter on the left wing. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Porter trying to drive in. Right side lane up and under move. And that one will go. Latewan Porter with a big boy move down low. Gives the Lynx the lead right back. As a timeout taken here by Coach Lepp. We will take one as well. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back as your Lynx lead here on 89X.
Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln is proud to be a sponsor this season of Lincoln College men's and women's basketball on 89X and on LCTV. Thanks to their generous support, you'll never miss a single broadcast this season as the Lynx compete in NAIA action. Grau Chevrolet Buick has served the Lincoln and surrounding area with new and used vehicles, along with a complete service department since 1953. Grau is open Monday through Friday between 8 and 7 and on Saturdays 8 to 3. Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln, at 1905 North Kickapoo.
We're back here in Columbia, Missouri. Just a few ticks under 9 minutes still to go. And it's a 2-point ball game in favor of your Lynx, 60-58, after a big basket there from Latwan Porter. See what the Lynx can do on the defensive side of things as Bell Jr. going to pull it from downtown. No, off the back of the rim. Long rebound into the hands of Jr. as he cuts off Bell just to get it as Jr. has him on his hip. Jr. going coast to coast, and he'll lay it up and in. Darnell Latham Jr. running the floor very well here for the Lynx as it's now 62-58. And for Jr., that's now his 16th point of the ball game. And he's creeping closer to Montez Crumble as Bell Jr. now with it. He's actually going to be in the man. We have now another foul going against Porter. Porter cannot catch a break here on this one as that will be the 7th team foul, his 4th. As Austin will check in. And Porter going to have to take a seat here with 4 fouls. Probably 3 of them are iffy calls, but it seems like that official had it out for him. He kind of looked right at Porter, walking all the way back to the bench, and the one-on-one opportunity is no good. And now we have a foul going on Bell Jr., kind of pushing right out of the way to try to get that rebound. So that'll be Bell Jr.'s 3rd, team's 6th. And one more, and the Lynx will be in the shooting free throws the rest of the way. 8:13 left to go, 62-58. Tyler with it at the top of the key. Thought about a 3 instead. And Tyler carried it right there. The crowd wanted it, and they got it, as the officials saw it too as well. Carry there by Tyler, a turnover by the Lynx. And it was going to be a big possession there as Wendell checks back in for the Cougars. So they got Shaw, Minnemeyer, Wendell, Funches, and Bell Jr. out there on the floor for the Cougars. Your Lynx, Crumble Jr. as they get a screen. Funches all alone from downtown on the left wing. He'll take the 3, no good. Jr. right, Crumble, Tyler, and Austin on the floor for the Lynx as Crumble now with it, trying to drive in at the right elbow. Kicked it back out to Jr. Down low to Wright. High pass. He'll go on the left side, and he's left all alone down low, and Wright will just finish underneath the basket. He's now got 6 on the night. 64-58 now, 7.5 minutes to play. Lynx trying to get their lead back. Shaw with it now at the top of the key, over to Wendell on the right wing. Handing it up to Funches. Funches now still on the right wing, back to the top of the key, and Minnemeyer. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Minnemeyer now with it, trying to drive back out to Wendell. He'll catch and shoot from the right wing. No good. Halfway down and out. Wendell thought it was down. He was halfway down the floor, and Wright looks to be shaken up, holding that left eye. Right now the Lynx playing 4-on-5. Instead, here comes Wright back down low. Tyler with it. He's going to try to drive baseline. Goes right around Minnemeyer, who was trying to take the charge, and Tyler lays it up and in. And now all of a sudden, Thomas Brock wants another timeout, a full timeout to talk things over. We will take one here as well. 66-58, under 7 minutes to play. Don't go anywhere. The Lynx looking good right here on 89X.
The State Bank of Lincoln is Lincoln's oldest bank. In fact, its home location at 508 Broadway dates back over 100 years. That's 100 years of providing Lincoln and surrounding area residents and businesses with banking services, including checking and savings accounts. They also provide personal, business, and agricultural loans and retirement planning. The State Bank of Lincoln's Woodlawn branch opens mornings at 7:30. You can also find them at Walmart in Lincoln and with 2 locations in Clinton. The State Bank of Lincoln, since 1903, assisting and strengthening both individuals and the local community.
Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri, here where your Lynx lead 66-58. And before we get back to the game, let's take a look. As you just heard from the State Bank of Lincoln, let's hear a word from our live sponsors as ME Realty in Lincoln brings home buyers and sellers together in Logan County and the surrounding area. ME Realty is now at a new location at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln. You can also reach them at 217-735-5424. That's 217-735-5424. You can also reach them directly online at SethSellsLincoln.com. That's SethSellsLincoln.com. You can see all their latest home listings at any time. ME Realty in Lincoln is proud to be involved in the Lincoln College community and is a proud supporter of Lincoln College men's and women's basketball. Under 7 minutes to play now. The Cougars have the basketball, but your Lynx do have the lead, 66-58. As Shaw now has it at the top of the key for the Cougars, guarded closely by Trayvon Tyler as he picks up his dribble. As now here come the Cougars back the other way. As Fritz is now back in. He's got 4 fouls. Going to have to be careful here in the next 6.5 minutes. Shaw trying to work on Montez Crumble. Takes a turnaround jumper just inside the foul line, and he'll knock it down. 66-60 now. Lynx lead by 6. Austin now with it. Trying to drive. He does. Gives it down low to right. Can't handle the pass. Trying to save it from going out of bounds. And they will say last touched by Shaw, going the other way. Awfully close right there. That could have gone either way by the way the official was standing. I had a pretty good look at it. I thought Shaw touched it last. So did the official, and it'll stay with the Lynx. 66-60 now. 6:16 left to play as the Lynx will inbound right next to their bench. They throw it into Junior. And I cannot get over Wendell's eyes, man. They are just like wide open every time he guards somebody as they leave right all alone in the corner for 3. No, off the front of the rim and short, but we have a foul going against Donovan Austin as he tried to reach in 90 feet away from the basket. That'll be his second. Team's 8th as we will walk all the way down the floor and shoot a 1-and-1 opportunity. And it will be Frisch's with that. As the 1-on-1 opportunity right there. That first one is in as Porter will check in for Austin. Again, Porter going to have to be careful. He's now got 4 fouls. So there's 2 out there on the floor, one for each squad with 4 fouls apiece. Porter and Frisch's, who's shooting the free throws right there, makes a pair, and it's a 4-point game. 66-62, 6 minutes still left to be played. This one is far from over. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see what the Lynx have in store. Shaw trying to take that pass from Tyler. Instead, he goes to right. Back to Junior at the top of the key. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Porter now with it, trying to drive in. Left side lane. Out to Tyler. To the corner, and Junior catch and shoot from downtown. No good. As Porter ends up on the floor. No good. As it looked like Bueno had the hold of the jersey, and Wendell slams it home over Tyrone Wright. Good fast break action there from the Cougars as Junior trying to pull up from downtown. No, halfway down and out. Cannot get that one to go. Lynx looking a little rattled here in the last couple seconds as that got the crowd back into it. 66-64 after the big dunk there from Wendell. They go down low to Benabid. He looked like he traveled. Not going to matter as he lays it up and in over Tyrone Wright once more, and we're tied again here at 66. So every time this Lynx team makes a run, it seems like the Cougars have an answer. We're tied at 66, under 5 to play. Back out to right at the top of the key to Tyler. Tyler going to take a step back 3 over Benabed, and you know it. Trayvon Tyler, when it matters most, knocks down the biggest 3, almost one of his career, and the Lynx retake the lead 69-66 as we are under 5 to play. As once again a full timeout taken yet again by Thomas Brock. And like I said, this is a Lynx team that is just on fire right now. And it seems like I mentioned, that last couple possessions were getting a little bit rattled. They were trying to work the ball a little too quickly, trying to work the pace a little bit, and they got caught sleeping a little bit. Wendell all alone underneath the basket just slammed it home, running the baseline right over Wright. Wright did his best to try to block it, but it wasn't going to matter. Wendell had his sights set on the rim, and he got it. But like I said, it was good news, though, for the Lynx to come back on the other end with Trayvon Tyler with some good ball movement, spacing the floor out well, looking inside for Wright, but then wasn't there, kicking it back out to Tyler, and Tyler knocking down the biggest 3, I think, in his career so far. And it really does keep this game alive, because normally we've seen this Lynx team before somebody starts to tie, we get tied, or they take the lead, or something like that happens, they take the lead by 1, or whatever the situation may be. They like to get really rattled, and they like to lose focus and get frustrated really easily. So it's good to see that this Lynx team had a response. They didn't try to force anything. They didn't try to go too quickly here. They didn't try to do any of that shit. And again, we will see what happens here for the Cougars. As Frisch's now with it to Shaw. Shaw picks up his dribble now to the right wing, down low, trying to feed it down low to Benabid. Kicks it back out to the corner and gives it back down low to Benabid. Trying to work on Romine. Good footwork there. He can't get it to go either as it's pulled down by the Lynx, and we're going the opposite direction. 69-66, 4.5 to play. Tyler goes to the left wing here in Junior. Junior picks up his dribble to the top of the key in right. Right, looking for Tyler. Instead, going to try to take it himself. Hands it back off to Junior on the left wing. 13 seconds now on the shot clock. As now down to 10. He's guarded by Wendell. Junior trying to drive in left side lane. Looks like he was fouled in the act of Junior Benabid. No call, though. Here come the Cougars back the other way. Wendell now trying to drive in. Goes right at Romine, and he finishes on the other end. I don't know about that one. That looked like Junior was fouled hard. Normally I don't like to pick on the refs and stuff like that, but when you can see Benabid's hands come to his hip, you know it's a foul. They came down for sure. Tyler takes a step back three from the right side corner. No good. Pulled down by the Cougars. They have a chance to take the lead right here. 69-68, 3:30 left to go. As now that one's on the floor, and we have a foul as, fell to the ground. That's going to go on Latwan Porter, and I have a feeling that's going to be his night. And that's Porter's fifth. Here comes Crummell back into the ball game for Porter. Porter finishing with 3 points on the night. And that was the 9th team foul, so it's a 1-and-1 opportunity still for Buno. As he hits the first, so he'll get one more. And Tyler Jr., Romine, Wright, and Crumble all out on the floor as he knocks down a pair yet again. So the Cougars retake the lead by one, 70-69, as Tyler almost lost control of the basketball. Cougars were not paying attention. They could have came up with that if they were kind of pressing the basketball a little bit. Tyler trying to drive in right at Benabid, and he's fouled yet again. No call. And this is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. That's 2 straight possessions by this Lynx team going right at Benabid, and he has fouled him hard both times and no call. Now Shaw trying to drive in, puts up a little floater. He can't get that one to go. Tyler pulls down the board. And we will see now on this possession what the Lynx have in store. You can't keep going right at Benabid because they're not calling it. Going to have to settle for something. I like it, though, that they're trying to drive into the lane. Tyler with it on the right elbow, back out to the top of the key in Romine. He can make that three from time to time. You let him, give him enough space. Junior now with it. Guarded by Wendell, trying to drive in. Makes his man miss, finds Romine underneath the basket, and he is fouled hard in the act of shooting. And this time Benabid did not like it, but third time's a charm as they get the call, and Romine will go to the line for 2. And it will actually go on Justin Shaw, not Benabid, so that'll be his first, team's 7th. As Romine knocks down the first one right there. And Wright, the only one inside the lane on that one, but Romine not going to matter. Knocks down a pair, and the Lynx retake the lead, 71-70 here with 2:45 left to go. See what the Cougars have in store now, as it's kind of been one of those games where it may come down to whoever has the basketball and the possession last in this ball game, as the way we've been trading buckets left and right. As Buno trying to drive in, kicks it back out to Frichet. He'll take a three from the top of the key. No good. Bounces high off the rebound, and now the ball's loose on the floor. Romine's there with it. Shaw now with it. Looks like he's traveling, and they're going to actually call a timeout before the travel, as Shaw was laying on his back. And it's now going to be another full timeout. We will take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We have ourselves a barn burner here in Columbia, Missouri, as your Lynx lead 71-70 here with 2:15 to go right here on 89X.
The State Bank of Lincoln is Lincoln's oldest bank. In fact, its home location at 508 Broadway dates back over 100 years. That's 100 years of providing Lincoln and surrounding area residents and businesses with banking services, including checking and savings accounts. They also provide personal, business, and agricultural loans and retirement planning. The State Bank of Lincoln's Woodlawn branch opens mornings at 7:30. You can also find them at Walmart in Lincoln and with 2 locations in Clinton. The State Bank of Lincoln, since 1903, assisting and strengthening both individuals and the local community. Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln is proud to be a sponsor this season of Lincoln College men's and women's basketball on 89X and on LCTV. Thanks to their generous support, you'll never miss a single broadcast this season. as the Lynx compete in NAIA action. Grau Chevrolet Buick has served the Lincoln and surrounding area with new and used vehicles, along with a complete service department since 1953. Grau is open Monday through Friday between 8 and 7, and on Saturdays 8 to 3. Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln at 1905 North Kickapoo.
Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri, where the Cougars have the basketball, but they trail to your Lynx by 1, 71-70, 2:05 left to go. Wendell now swinging it around the perimeter to Bueno. Back to Wendell. He'll drive in, left side lane, met by Wright, though. That one cannot be it, and it'll stay with the Cougars as Romine trying to get that rebound, knocks it out of bounds, almost took out the camera down there on the baseline. As once again the basketball went all the way down the hallway. Good hustle there from Tyrone Wright to hand it to the official. 71-70 as now the Lynx trying to get a stop here. Wendell over to Shaw, who had to switch jerseys earlier in this game. Bounce pass one down low to Benevin. Back out to Bueno. He'll take the three from the left wing and he'll knock it down. He's fired up as well. Now that one in 73-71. As the Cougars retake the lead. And we knew this was going to be that type of game. We will see if the Lynx have their answer this time around. The junior to the top of the key in Romine. Over to Tyler. Tyler trying to drive instead. On the left wing now. Guarded by Bueno. Takes a step back three. No good. Into the hands of Shaw. Minute 15 to go. 73-71. Lynx not going to foul because they need a stop. We will see what happens. This crowd really starting to get fired up here as really the Cougars have not really much led. They've kind of gotten there a few times, but the Lynx have really kind of answered quickly. That was one of the first times they did not. We'll see if they can do it. Bueno trying to take another three from the top of the key. This time no good. Shaw with the offensive rebound. And kicks it back out. It's another fresh 20 for the Cougars as we're under 50 seconds to play. 73-71. Cougars with the lead and the basketball. Fritchie now to Shaw. They're trying to find Benevin down low. Instead, Shaw backing down his man. Back out to Bueno. He'll take a three from the top of the key, and he knocks it down yet again. Bueno with another three. He's got 6 here in the final 2 possessions, and all of a sudden, Coach Lepp wants to talk things over because the Cougars are starting to feel it now. The Cougars fired up once again. It's going to be another timeout taken here by Coach Lepp's squad. And like I said, this Cougars team they've been kind of in it the whole way. They've been kind of down and out of it time and time again. We saw early in the second half where Thomas Brock, the head coach for the Cougars, got a technical foul for arguing. Definitely did not go in favor of this Cougars squad for the longest time, but like I said, they kept chipping away. They kept battling hard as they could. Now all of a sudden they find themselves up by 5 with 32 seconds left to go. And we'll see what the Lynx have in store here, because if you're the Lynx fan, you got to make a basket right here. You have to pretty much hit a 3 in this contest, and you can pretty much have your fair share of anybody you want. Tyler's got 19 on the night. Montez has got 19, still has not scored in this second half. Junior's got 16. He's got 6 in the half. And really, though, I think your main man is Trayvon Tyler. Tyler only had 3 at the break. He's got 16 here in this half alone. One better time for him to make a big 3 right here. And coming out on the floor, the Lynx going to be waiting for the Cougars to come back out on the floor. It will be Tyler, Jr., Romine, Wright, and Crumble on the floor for Coach Lepp's squad. And like I said, a couple calls didn't go the Lynx way down low. And I know that would have been the way to go for Benevin, is he's got 2 fouls. He picked them up both in the first half. Since then has been quiet. Tyler now with it, trying to drive in right to the rack, and we have a foul on the floor as Tyler made the basket, but they will say it was not in the act of shooting, as it was going to be an arm bar, I believe, on Bueno. So that's the 8th foul, his first. And now all of a sudden that'll put Tyler at the line. Romine's going to check out. As Austin will come in. So Tyler at the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity. And he knocks down the first one right there. Good shot from Trayvon Tyler as he does not want to move. Here comes Minnemeyer back into the ball game for Benabid. Maybe trying to play a little offense for defense here. Tyler does have one more free throw coming. That cut the lead back to 3. And the second one, no good. Gets his own miss, though. However, trying to go back up with it and count it. As Tyler cannot hit the second free throw, gets his own miss, puts it back up, and then all of a sudden it's a 2-point game, which actually ended up working out better for the Lynx than had he made the free throw. So it will be a full timeout. We're going to take our last and final break here in Columbia, Missouri. Don't go anywhere. We'll see if the Lynx can pull out this win. They trail 76-74 to Columbia. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this.
M.E. Realty in Lincoln brings home buyers and sellers together in Logan County and the surrounding area. M.E. Realty is now at a new location at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln. You can also reach them at 217-735-5424. That's 217-735-5424. You can also reach them directly online at SethSellsLincoln.com. That's SethSellsLincoln.com. You can see all of their latest home listings at any time. M.E. Realty in Lincoln is proud to be involved in the Lincoln community and is a proud supporter of Lincoln College men's and women's basketball.
Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri, where we are set to go here for the final 26 seconds of this ballgame. Shot clock is turned off as the Lynx going to have to play some defense here. It'll be interesting to see what happens coming out of this timeout. You know Coach Lepp going to try to set up that press because they can get a steal and be right in this ballgame. But like I said, shot clock is turned off, so you got to foul somebody here quickly as they throw it into Wendell. Over to Shell. Now that one's tipped into the hands of Tyrone Wright. Right now into the hands of Tyler. 18 seconds to go. It's right. Tyler down low to right. Up and under move, and it's in. Tyrone Wright ties the ball game with 14 seconds left to go. We're tied at 76. Now, again, the Cougars will have the final shot of the ball game. Now we're going to call a timeout here with 8.3 seconds left to go, as the Cougars will use their final timeout here as well. We will stay right here, like I said, and this ball game has gotten very good, ladies and gentlemen. What a steal there from Trayvon Tyler. They had a full court press on. Wendell went to throw it across over his head to Shaw, but Tyler, with one of those nice jumping, leaping abilities that he's able to do with his long arms, got a piece of it, and it's going the opposite direction. It fell right into the hands of Tyrone Wright, and then Tyler was basically triple teamed right here on the left wing, somehow falling down, finds Tyrone Wright underneath the basket, and they're checking to see how many timeouts they have. As, again, Wright somehow up and under move, kind of falling towards the opposite direction, somehow finishes the layup underneath the basket, and that really saved the Lynx in this ballgame. But now all of a sudden, like I said, 8.3 seconds left. The Lynx got to get a stop here at this point because we are tied at 76. But if you're the Cougars, who do you go to? That's really the real question. You could kind of pick a handful of people. Minnemeyer's got 12 so far in this ballgame. Shaw's got 15 on the night. Juno's hit the last couple threes for the Cougars as well. He's got 11. Maybe even Bell Jr. Jr. does not look like he's going to be out on the floor. So your options are Wendell, Minnemeyer, Juno, or Shaw are the four out there on the floor along with Fritzy. They throw it into Shaw. You know he's going to min it. 6 seconds left to go. Shaw trying to drive right at the rack. He's batted out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cougars with 2.9 seconds left to go. Austin got a hand on it, batted it away, but it went out of bounds. So once again, here comes Romine back into the ballgame, trying to stop the lob. Benabin did not check back in. So once again, 2.9 seconds to go. We're tied at 76. The Cougars going to inbound underneath their own basket. They had Wendell underneath the basket. They go to Shaw in the corner for three for the win. No! As it bounced around a few times around the rim, it thought about dropping. Instead, we have free basketball again here in Columbia, Missouri, thanks to Tyrone Wright underneath the basket. Ties us at 76. We're going to play 5 more minutes, ladies and gentlemen, as we're tied at 76. We're going to take a quick break just so I can regather my thoughts and kind of save my voice here for the next 5 minutes. But it's free basketball coming your way, another overtime thriller right here on 89X.
Not on my watch, our military service members say, as they volunteer to serve. Not on my watch, they say, as they leave their families behind to keep the rest of ours safe. As they move out, stand firm, and take fire. So not on our watch, we say, to the severely ill or injured veterans who can't get the care they deserve, the therapists they need to walk again, the treatment they need to talk again, the lifetime of day-to-day help they need to live full and independent lives. When there's no more government funding, or nursing home seems like the only option, or everyone says there's no hope for recovery, we won't leave one warrior behind. Not on our watch. Find out how you can do your part at findwwp.org.
Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri, where we are set to go here for overtime. Free basketball coming your way. 5 more minutes of play because the first 40 wasn't enough to settle the meeting between these two, the only meeting between these two schools as well, as we're tied at 76. Romine does win the tip. And Junior going to take a 3 from the right wing. No good off the front of the rim. Pulled down very nicely there by Wendell. Big rebound by the Cougars. And we'll see what they have in store for their first possession of overtime. Buno now with it. Oh, Junior almost got a piece of that one as he's trying to find Wendell. He does. Going back to Buno over to the corner. And Fritze, he'll take the left side 3. No good. Benabid with the offensive rebound and putback is in. So the Cougars on the board first here in overtime, which has not been good to this Lynx squad so far this season. This Lynx team, however, in overtime has been outscored by nearly 15 points, 33-17 in overtime. We'll see what the Lynx have in store right here. They bounce past one to Junior on the right wing, working on Wendell to the top of the key in right. 4 minutes still to go. Tyler now with it on the left wing, trying to drive baseline, trying to feed Romine down low. Instead, takes it himself, gives and go with Romine down low underneath the basket, blocked by Benedict, and he is denied out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lynx underneath their own basket with 1 second on the shot clock. So Lynx going to have to throw up a little bit of a lob. Look for Romine, look for Tyler as well. They're trying to throw it into Tyler. Catch and shoot off the inbounds. No good. Tyler, that's about all he could do. There on that one is Wendell and Benabid come down with the rebound. 78-76, under 4 minutes to play. Buno now with it to Wendell. Over to Shaw on the left wing. To the top of the key in Frischi. Swinging around the perimeter now for Buno on the right wing. He gets a screen, trying to drive in. Give it down low to Benabid underneath the basket. He'll slam it home. All of a sudden, this Lynx team, like I mentioned, overtime not good for this Lynx squad. Going to have to wake up here in this one as it's now a 4-point lead, 80-76. Lynx looking for a big shot right here. Tyler now with it. Takes a step back 3 as he makes his man miss. No good. Can't get that one to go. Romine comes flying in, and he is going to be over the back. So that'll stop the clock, and it'll send Shaw all the way down to the line to shoot 2 free throws as they are in the double bonus. And, man, this has got this crowd fired up here in this one, as it's been a good one. Back and forth by both squads as Lynx looked like they had it in the bag early. And then credit the Cougars, they came storming back probably at least 2 or 3 times, once in the first half and then twice here in the second after some runs by the Lynx. So they have weathered the storm nicely. We'll see if they can finish it, though, or do the Lynx have an answer and a run of their own. Shaw at the line does knock down the first, makes it a 5-point game. And the second one in as well. So they go 2 of 2 from the line, and all of a sudden it's 82-76 in favor of Thomas Brock and the Cougars here on their home floor. Junior almost fell with it at the top of the key. Instead, with it on the right wing. Thought about a step back. Instead, trying to drive in. Baseline, up and under move, and that one will fall for Darnell Latham Jr. So good move there from number 12 as he gets things on the board here for the Lynx. 82-78. Lynx need a stop right here. Shaw with it. Wants a screen from Benabid. Instead, goes to the corner and Buno. Pump fakes. Now trying to drive in on Montez Skirmal. Takes a step back jumper from the free throw line, and he knocks it down. Buno with some big shots here in the last couple minutes. He's now got 8 just in his last 7 or so minutes, including overtime. Junior now bringing it back up the floor. 84-78, 2.5 to play. Junior with a step back 3, and you got it. Darnell Latham Jr. keeping the hopes alive here for the Lynx. It's now back to a 3-point ball game. 84-81, 2:15 to go here in overtime. Wendell To the top of the key, and Frischay all alone. He'll take the three from the top of the key, and he knocks it down. So they answer with a three of their own, and it's back to a 6-point lead. 87-81 with under 2 to play. Junior now gets a screen from Romine on the right wing. Romine working quickly as he'll take a jumper just inside the 3-point line. No good. And it's pulled down by the Cougars, and now the Cougars can slow the pace down here a little bit, take some time off the clock as they have a 6-point lead with 1:45 left to go. Crumble almost came up with a steal on there on Buno. Instead, goes to Frischay. He'll take another three, and once again, he'll hit it. The man that had 4 fouls in the ball game all of a sudden now coming up as the Cougars coming up big here in overtime, and now Coach Lepp wants to talk things over. I have a feeling, unfortunately, it's too little too late for this Lynx squad. 90-81 with 1.5 minutes still left to be played. We'll stay right here. But like I said, this Lynx team, overtime is not good to them. I have no idea why. Maybe it was because last season this was a team that if you took us to overtime, we were winning. That's kind of how it's gone. Seems like the Lynx have kind of lost that as of late. We saw 4 or 5 games go into overtime last season, and the Lynx really did their job in that ballgame. They actually won a lot of them by 1, but since then, here in this one, so far this season, overtime is a different story. Like I mentioned, 33-17 being outscored by any team that they've played so far this season when it came to overtime. So the Lynx got to regroup right now, got to set up an easy play, got to get back on the scoreboard, and we'll see what they can do on the defensive side of things, because really all the Cougars are doing is they're just making some threes down the stretch. The Lynx have shot 12 for 34 so far from behind the line, good for 35%. The Columbia has only made 1 more and attempted 1 more than us, 13 for 35. So again, we'll see what the Lynx have in store. They just need 1 easy bucket right here, get things going, and then get a stop. See what they do. 90-81, 1:24 to go. They throw it into Tyler. Now Junior with it, takes a jumper from the free throw line short. Romine was trying to tip that one back in, but Benabid comes down with the rebound, and there's the foul on this Lynx squad, and that might seal the deal. And that one's going to go on Junior. That'll be his second, but already the team's 10th, so we'll walk all the way down the floor to shoot a pair. Like I said, it will be Benabid, as so far for him, he's got 13 on the night. He's only 1 for 4 from the free throw line so far, so he's got an opportunity to miss. And there it is right there. Cannot hit the first right there. And he does have 1 more free throw coming. 1:16 left to go. Still a 9-point lead, though, for the Cougars as he misses a pair. But stolen away by Shaw from right, and he'll lay it up and in, and that just about sealed the deal. So they missed the pair, but get the easy 2 off the steal there from Shaw. Now puts it to a 92-81 ball game. And they flash it up on the screen. The Cougars 6-2 when they score over 70 or more points, as that one goes into the rafters there over the shot clock. It's going to be a long 3 miss there from Trayvon Tyler. Here comes Minnemeyer back into the ball game for Benabid, and that should just about seal it. We're under a minute to play here in overtime. 92-81 lead for the Cougars. And now there's a foul going on Tyler, on Buno. Tyler basically ran him over. Kind of looked intentional there, but no call. Tyler trying to get the foul called right there. Just runs right over Buno. He'll go to the line for 2 opportunities. So that he makes a pair right here. Unfortunately, I don't see Lynx coming back unless Junior and Tyler obviously start having a barrage of threes down the stretch as Buno knocks down the first. Right there, Benabid checks back into the ball game. Try to corral a rebound. Shaw goes back into the backcourt as he came up with the steal the last time around. And not going to matter, knocks down a pair. It's 94-81. Under 50 seconds to play now. Junior now with it. The Lynx going to have to work quickly here, trying to drive in, and is fouled by Wendell. Wendell trying to wrap around steal. Got a piece of Junior. Now Wendell and Tyler having themselves a little bit of a conversation on that because Tyler knows all too well about the behind the wraparound. And called it at a time or two. Junior at the line. Knocks down the first one right there because it was still a 1-on-1 opportunity. But Junior does hit the first, so he'll get one more free throw. As he knocks down the second one as well. Mittemeyer coming back in. Little offense for defense with Mittemeyer and Benabid as well. So the Lynx still down by 11, 94-83. You're going to put some full court pressure on here. 40 seconds to go. Lynx going to need to get a stop here of some sort. Wendell to the top of the key in Mittemeyer. Over to Shaw. Shaw, and you know this Cougar team just going to try to run the clock down as much as possible, and this crowd's starting to clap. I don't know if you can hear it in the headphones or not, but the whole crowd getting into it, standing up. They about 20 seconds away from realizing their team going to 9-7 as that one tipped by Mittemeyer. No good off the three by Shaw. Pulled down by Tyler. 10 seconds left to go. Lynx just trying to go coast to coast. Tyler with it. He is fouled as Romine was there for almost a putback dunk. Instead, Tyler was fouled. As that'll go on Fritzy. That'll be his 5th foul, personal foul. But, again, for him, I think he's going to be happy with it because he knocked down 2 big threes to start overtime to really give the Cougars a kind of comfortable lead. As Tyler knocks down his first free throw. Puts it at a 10-point ball game. Has a chance with one more at the line and not get that one to go. Tyler and Benabid just trying to hang on to it as Benabid comes up with the rebound. And that will do it. 94-84 is your final here in Columbia, Missouri, where the Cougars came back on the Lynx to take one here on their home floor. It was a good game all the way around. Unfortunately, though, your Lynx do fall. They had it down to the wire, but like I said, the Cougars made a couple big runs there down the stretch that kind of crawled their way back into it. The Lynx had a chance. They tied it at the end of regulation. The Cougars couldn't hit the shot. With 8 seconds left, we went to overtime. And like I said, in overtime, though, unfortunately for the Lynx, they just can't get the job done time and time again. And I don't know what it is about overtime, but it just seems like it does not go our way once we get to overtime. I just don't understand that concept. We will see how that fares in the future, but that was a big loss for this Lynx squad. They had this one in the bag. They were the better team for probably 35 out of the 40 minutes there heading into overtime, and then unfortunately it was all of the Cougars in that second half. So like I said, you really want to watch the pace here, but that's all going to do it really for us here today. As the Lynx, we got a long ride back home, about 4 hours or so. But your Lynx do lose here in overtime, 94-84. Thank you so much. As we get some stats here, your final for this Lynx total, leading the way was Trayvon Tyler, followed with 26, followed by Darnell Latham Jr. with 20. Crumble had 19 to round it out. Well, like I said, that's going to do it all here for myself. We will have our next broadcast will be a Thursday night. Again, remember, it'll be a doubleheader right here on 89X as well, as it's another big game for this Lynx squad. It doesn't get any easier as we take on rivalry week, as we head over to Lincoln Christian University, again, Thursday, January 9th. Doubleheader, men's and women's both heading that way. First tip-off will be 5:30 for the women, 7 o'clock, 20 minutes after the women's game following for the guys. So make sure you tune in for that one, because that'll be another good test just like this one. But your Lynx do lose 94-84 here in overtime to Columbia College, the Cougars in this one, as we will be sending it back shortly, and we will see you soon back in Lincoln for Thursday night. That'll do it all for me. I'm Nick Jackson signing off here. Thank you, John Malone, for board hopping back at the station, and we will see you Thursday night for Rivalry Week in Lincoln, Illinois.
Lincoln College basketball on 89X has been made possible by Krause Chevrolet Buick, ME Realty, and by the State Bank of Lincoln.